In the colossal expanse of space where countless stars glimmer like distant memories, there exists a bustling hub of intergalactic exchange, a space station known as Celestia Prime. This is where the diverse tapestry of the universe converges, with species from the farthest reaches of the galaxy bustling through its sprawling market corridors. The air buzzes with the hum of interstellar languages and the aroma of alien cuisines, creating a symphony of experiences that could overwhelm even the most seasoned traveler. Here, in this vibrant mosaic of cultures and commerce, resides Alex, a human engineer of remarkable skill and creativity. Known for his ingenious solutions to problems deemed impossible by others, Alex navigates this universe with the hope of finding a challenge worthy of his genius. However, opportunities that match his ambitions have been elusive, leaving him in search of that one breakthrough that could launch him to galactic fame. Alex's reputation precedes him, whispered among traders and technicians alike. His hands have resurrected dying machines and brought complex systems back from the brink. Yet, the universe, vast as it is, seems determined to hide the key to his success just beyond his grasp. Today, like many days before, finds Alex wandering the market, eyes scanning for parts, ideas, and perhaps a flicker of destiny. His gaze passes over shimmering alien artifacts and the latest technological advances, but nothing yet speaks to the core of his untapped potential. And then, as if orchestrated by fate, a commotion draws his attention to the center of the marketplace. A towering alien, whose skin glistens like the edges of a distant nebula, commands the crowd's attention. His name is Zorax, a figure shrouded in mystery and the occasional whisper of legends. Zorax, with a voice that resonates like a celestial echo, presents a challenge to all who dare listen: the revival of his ancient starship, a relic of a bygone era, silent for centuries and resistant to all attempts at resuscitation. The crowd murmurs, a mixture of disbelief and intrigue rippling through them. The ship is said to be an enigma, a marvel of technology lost to time, and many say it holds secrets long forgotten. Yet, no one has succeeded in awakening it from its slumber. As the challenge hangs in the air, Zorax's eyes find Alex, singling him out as if drawn by the energy of potential nestled within the human engineer. For Alex, the offer is a tantalizing mix of risk and reward. If he can succeed where many have failed, the ship, and all its secrets, will be his. It is an opportunity that could transform his life, a chance to step out from the shadows of obscurity and into the light of renown. Yet, the task is daunting, a gauntlet thrown by the universe itself. The gathered crowd watches with bated breath, the air heavy with anticipation. Will Alex, the ingenious human with the heart of an explorer, accept the seemingly insurmountable challenge laid before him by this enigmatic alien? The decision is not just about proving his prowess but about seizing a moment that could alter the course of his life and perhaps the galaxy itself. In the swirling chaos of the market, Alex steps forward, his heart pounding with the thrill of possibility and the weight of expectations. He meets Zorax's gaze, a silent conversation exchanged between them that needs no words, only the shared understanding of what is at stake. With a nod, Alex accepts the challenge. The crowd erupts, a cacophony of reactions that mirrors the inner turmoil and excitement that now courses through him. As the dust settles in the marketplace, the stage is set for a journey that promises to test the limits of Alex's ingenuity and courage. The ancient ship awaits, a dormant giant filled with mysteries and potential beyond imagining. The stars witness as a new chapter begins, one that will echo across the cosmos. The challenge posed by Zorax is not just a test of skill but a doorway to a future filled with uncharted adventures. And in that moment, the galaxy holds its breath, waiting to see if Alex will rise to meet the stars. Born on a blue planet of dreams and stars, Alex was an earthling who dared to dream beyond the confines of his terrestrial roots. Growing up amidst the bustling streets of a future Earth, where technology hummed in harmony with nature, he was captivated by stories of spacefaring adventurers and the galaxies that lay beyond the Milky Way. His early years were spent tinkering with machines, crafting contraptions out of whatever scraps and circuits he could find. His ingenuity was apparent even from a young age, as his creations clanked and whirred with life under his deft hands. It was this childhood curiosity about the universe that had set him on a path to become an engineer, one not just of technology, but of destiny. The cosmos was an open invitation to Alex. As soon as he could, he left Earth, venturing into the boundless expanse of space. He was driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a desire to carve out a name for himself among the stars. His journey was not without challenges. The vacuum of space does not easily yield its secrets. Yet, with each obstacle, Alex refined his skills and broadened his understanding, learning the languages of fuel rods, energy matrices, and stellar engines. Around him unfolded the vibrant tapestry of intergalactic society, a kaleidoscope of cultures and species, each with its tales, technologies, and mysteries. Despite having gone so far and witnessed such marvels, there was a restlessness within him. Alex yearned for that one defining moment that would propel him into the annals of history, not just as an observer of the galaxy's wonders, but as a pivotal force within them. This burning ambition was not born of arrogance, but from a deeply rooted aspiration to contribute something meaningful to the universe's ever-unfolding story. His reputation as a resourceful and ingenious engineer spread throughout the sectors he traversed. Whispers of his uncanny ability to breathe life into the most rundown of machines reached many ears. Yet, despite his skills and burgeoning reputation, that elusive big break remained out of reach. The galaxy was vast and, in its immensity, even the brightest stars could sometimes feel dwarfed. It was on a space station, an architectural marvel suspended in the stars, that Alex's narrative took a pivotal turn. The marketplace there buzzed with activity, a cacophony of alien voices peddling wares from across the universe. The air was thick with the scent of exotic foods and the hum of advanced technologies, each stall boasting something more fantastical than the last. It was amidst this organized chaos that Alex encountered Zorax, a mysterious and enigmatic figure known only by reputation and the shadow of intrigue that trailed him. Zorax was unlike any being Alex had met. Cloaked in shadows, with eyes that seemed to hold the secrets of the cosmos, he approached Alex with a proposition that was as ludicrous as it was tempting: to start his ancient starship, one that had not roared to life for centuries. The ship was legendary, both a technological marvel and a relic of time past, spoken of with both awe and skepticism. Many had tried, and all had failed, to resurrect its dormant systems. The challenge was simple but monumental. The prize, a ship of untold power, was irresistible. The moment was theatrical, with the bustling marketplace as a backdrop. Zorax's offer was a public spectacle, a test of Alex's mettle in front of an audience of skeptics and curious onlookers. The crowd, a sea of diverse faces and voices, buzzed with anticipation. The air crackled with tension and the promise of the unknown. In the depths of Zorax's challenge, Alex saw not just a chance for personal glory, but an opportunity to finally make his mark on the galaxy. It was a gamble, a leap into the cosmic unknown. Yet, driven by years of dreams and the relentless pursuit of something greater, Alex accepted the challenge. He was ready to delve into the heart of Zorax's ancient vessel, to confront the mysteries it held, and, perhaps, in awakening the ship's silent heart, awaken his own destiny. Zorax stood in the center of the marketplace, exuding an air of mystery and authority that drew the attention of everyone in the vicinity. His skin shimmered with an iridescent hue, a feature unique to his species, which was rare even in a bustling space station filled with diverse life forms. The air crackled with an energy that seemed to originate from him, enhancing his presence. He gestured towards a massive holographic display that showed the outline of a ship, ancient and magnificent in design. This vessel was not just any ship, it was a relic from an era long past, a technological wonder lost to time and myth. The crowd murmured with a mix of awe and doubt as Zorax began his challenge. His voice, deep and resonant, echoed throughout the plaza. "Before you stands not just a ship, but a legacy," he declared, allowing the anticipation to build. A marvel forgotten by the tides of history, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The crowd listened intently, eyes fixed on the hologram that flickered slightly as if it too was alive with the energy of a forgotten age. Zorax continued, his voice now dropping to a conspiratorial tone that seemed to draw people in. "For centuries, this ship has remained dormant, its secrets buried, waiting for the right mind to awaken it." He paused, allowing the weight of his words to settle over the listeners. "Many have tried, many have failed. But today, I offer a challenge to you all. Start this ship, and it is yours." He turned his gaze to Alex, who was now directly in the spotlight. This challenge was not merely a test of skill but a test of character, patience, and ingenuity. The ship's reputation was legendary among collectors and technologists alike. Its design was said to be unlike anything the current generation had seen, incorporating elements of crystalline energy structures and biomechanical interfaces, technologies that had baffled even the most advanced civilizations. The ship, known as the Celestial Queen, was a testament to engineering brilliance, yet it was locked in silence, and none had been able to decipher its secrets or activate its systems. Alex felt the eyes of the crowd upon him, a mixture of curiosity, skepticism, and some even with a hint of envy. He understood the magnitude of the task. He was not just attempting to start a ship, he was confronting a piece of history itself. The challenge laid down by Zorax was as much a spectacle as it was a genuine offer, one that tested the mettle and intelligence of whoever chose to accept it. Aware of the murmurs around him, Alex considered the various tales he had heard of this legendary ship. Stories told of its capabilities, rumors whispered of its past, and theories speculated about the power it once wielded. Some even said it harbored secrets of a long-lost civilization, its engines powered by an enigmatic force. To many, these were just myths, but to Alex, they were tantalizing possibilities that fueled his curiosity and ambition. Zorax watched with a keen eye, assessing Alex's reaction, perhaps wondering if he had finally found someone who could rise to the challenge. The alien's motives remained a mystery. Was this a mere game for him, or was there a deeper purpose behind his offer? Did he genuinely believe someone could succeed, or was he simply entertaining the crowd with a show of confidence? The marketplace thrived on moments like these, where daring feats and unwinnable wagers created an atmosphere of competitive excitement and wonder. People whispered among themselves, betting on the outcome, speculating whether Alex could indeed tame the Celestial Queen where others had failed. The air buzzed with potential, the crowd vibrant with anticipation. Amidst the noise and clamor, Alex stood firm, a small smile playing on his lips. For him, this was more than just a challenge, it was an opportunity to prove himself, to step into the shoes of the daring adventurers he had always admired. If he succeeded, he wouldn't just gain a ship, he'd gain a future and a name that resonated across the galaxy. Alex approached the ancient starship with a blend of determination and apprehension. His breath quickened as he surveyed the immense structure, its silvery hull marred by centuries of space travel and neglect. The ship, once a beacon of technological prowess, now sat idle, its systems dormant and its corridors echoing with the silence of forgotten eras. Today, the task ahead seemed daunting, and the crowd's skepticism weighed heavily on his shoulders. Alien spectators gathered, their murmurs a chorus of disbelief as Alex set to work, their eyes glued to every move he made. The derelict craft loomed over the bustling marketplace like a monument to forgotten dreams. Zorax's challenge had spread through the station like wildfire, drawing onlookers from far and wide. Aliens of all shapes and sizes elbowed for a view, their colorful forms creating a vibrant tapestry against the dull, metallic backdrop of the station. Each was eager to witness the spectacle, yet confident in the impossibility of what Alex had set out to do. The whispers of mockery did not escape him, a human engineer daring to awaken the slumbering giant? The thought was laughable to many. Undeterred, Alex's hands moved deftly across the control panel, tracing ancient symbols whose meanings had long been lost to time. He activated a series of diagnostics, his mind a whirlwind of calculations and hypotheses. The alien technology was a puzzle spanning centuries, its secrets locked behind layers of cryptic interfaces and dead systems. Undeterred by the complexity, Alex found a rhythm, his fingers dancing across the keys with a precision born from years of experience. This was his world, a universe where logic and creativity met, where possibility existed around every corner if he only dared to look. Yet, despite his skill, nothing happened. No lights flickered to life, no hum of engines stirred the stagnant air. He frowned, re-evaluating his approach, aware of the eyes upon him. Each failure seemed to amplify the whispers of doubt, fueling the crowd's cynicism. But failure was just another step towards success, a lesson he had learned early in his galactic journey. Gathering his thoughts, Alex dove deeper into the ship's interfaces, bypassing defunct circuits and rerouting power along channels that should have been obsolete. His mind absorbed the ship's architecture, mapping it out like a new star system waiting to be explored. The more he probed, the more he understood that this was no ordinary vessel. Underneath its weathered exterior lay a technological marvel, its systems designed with an elegance that bordered on artistry. Then, amid the endless data and defunct controls, a peculiar detail caught his attention, an irregular energy signature pulsing faintly within the ship's core systems. The signature was unlike anything he had encountered before, a flicker of life in an otherwise silent void. His heart raced with the thrill of discovery. Perhaps this anomaly held the key to unlocking the ship's secrets. His mind raced with possibilities. The ship's designers might have encoded an ancient power source, or perhaps a unique form of artificial intelligence. The notion was exhilarating, yet fraught with its own challenges. Alex felt the pressure of time weighing heavily as the crowd's impatience grew palpable. With renewed focus, Alex isolated the energy signature, tracing it back through the ship's labyrinthine circuitry. The task was immense, requiring not only technical prowess but also intuition. Every bypass and recalibration brought him closer to the heart of the mystery. Slowly, piece by piece, a narrative began to form in his mind, a story of technology, innovation, and perhaps even sentience. The challenge was not merely technical but also philosophical, raising questions about the nature of consciousness and control. If the ship indeed possessed sentience, how would it react to being awakened after centuries? How would it communicate, and what stories might it tell? Alex's mind brimmed with questions as he continued to unravel the ship's enigmatic design. As the first glimmer of understanding dawned on him, Alex knew that the journey had only just begun. What lay ahead was a venture into the unknown, a chance to redefine the boundaries of possibility. In that moment, standing before the ancient starship and the skeptical crowd, Alex was not just an engineer, he was a pioneer on the cusp of a discovery that might forever change the galaxy's understanding of life and technology. As Alex stared intently at the intricate labyrinth of wires stretched before him, the dimly lit environment seemed to envelope him like a cocoon. The ancient starship's interior was a marvel of forgotten technology, a testament to civilizations long past. Every wire, panel, and component held secrets of a time when this ship might have soared through the cosmos with grace and power. Determined to unearth these secrets and unlock the ship's potential, Alex felt an unexpected surge of hope, buoyed by an enigmatic discovery. Within the ship's ancient circuits lay a peculiar energy signature, unlike anything he'd ever encountered. The signature pulsed faintly, almost as if it were alive, hidden beneath layers of outdated protocols. It emitted a subtle hum, a whisper from the ship's core that promised not just potential but also possibility. Alex's heart quickened. What if this was the key? The thought alone was intoxicating, spurring him to delve deeper. Alex meticulously traced the pathways of this energy, following it through the ship's systems. His fingers danced over the controls, drawing upon his extensive knowledge and experience. Each step forward felt like an evolution, moving closer to the heart of an ancient mystery. This energy signature defied conventional understanding, suggesting a harmony between the ship's components that transcended mere engineering. As he probed further, Alex began to entertain the notion of the ship being more than a mechanical marvel. The complexity hinted at something more, a potential sentience or awareness that lay dormant, waiting for the right touch to awaken it. He couldn't shake the sense that the ship was responding to him already, coaxed into revealing its secrets by his curiosity and tenacity. With each passing hour, the ship revealed more of its enigmatic nature. Beneath layers of dust and time, Alex found remnants of data, cryptic codes that seemed to beckon him towards something greater. These were not random sequences but meaningful constructs, possibly left by its creators as breadcrumbs for the worthy. He deciphered the codes, each one unraveling a piece of the puzzle, weaving a tapestry that stretched back into the annals of time. His surroundings began to blur, his focus unwavering despite the physical toll of the prolonged effort. The energy signature pulsed stronger now, as if acknowledging his efforts, urging him onward. A flicker of understanding crossed his mind, a realization that he was not merely fixing a ship but communicating with it, coaxing a slumbering giant back to life. Alex felt the presence of the ship, not as a mechanical entity, but as a being with a history and purpose. This realization was both exhilarating and daunting. It added a layer of complexity to the task, transforming it into a quest that was both personal and monumental. The ship seemed to recognize Alex's intentions, allowing him glimpses of its former glory through the codes it provided. Beneath the layers of doubt and skepticism from the onlookers outside, Alex forged a connection with the ship. He no longer felt the need to prove himself to them. Instead, his drive was fueled by the ship's willingness to engage with him. It became a partnership of sorts, man and machine working towards a common goal, driven by a shared understanding that transcended language. This partnership hinted at something beyond mere mechanics and electronics. It suggested a legacy, a connection between past and present that only a few could comprehend. Alex felt privileged to be a part of this unfolding saga, knowing that each step brought him closer to triumph. The discovery of this energy signature had unlocked a door to a world of untapped potential. As Alex prepared to take the next steps, the ship vibrated with a new vitality, a testament to its awakened state. The whispers grew louder, a chorus of ancient voices that spurred him on. He was no longer just an engineer in a forgotten corner of the galaxy but a pioneer on the threshold of uncovering a profound truth. With hope reignited and a newfound sense of purpose, Alex prepared to dive deeper into the mysteries of the ship. The journey was far from over, but the path ahead glimmered with promise, each step echoing with the possibility of changing the course of the galaxy, one revelation at a time. Amidst the technological labyrinth of the ancient starship, Alex faced a daunting array of challenges, each more intricate than the last. His mind buzzed with the task of unraveling the layers of arcane systems that had long been dormant. The ship's interior was a cavernous expanse of shadow and intermittent glimmers of light, where conduits and cables intertwined like serpentine vines in a forgotten jungle of machinery. Every step was a cautious probe into the heart of a forgotten era, each echo of his footsteps a reminder of the silence that had reigned for centuries. The systems, though dormant, pulsed with a dormant energy that seemed to mock his every attempt to awaken them. He struggled to decode the cryptic scripts and alien languages that scrawled across the ship's interfaces. His fingers, though adept and swift, hesitated at every junction where one wrong touch could cascade into an irretrievable catastrophe. Beneath his determined exterior, anxiety simmered like a cauldron. Each day brought its own set of failures, eroding his confidence and breeding a gnawing doubt that perhaps he had overestimated his abilities. Despite these inner turmoils, Alex's resolve never waned. The ship was a puzzle that tantalized his every sense, a challenge he could not walk away from, no matter how steep the incline or how relentless the struggle. The ship's mysterious aura was a siren's call, echoing through the hollow corridors and into the recesses of his mind. It promised an elevation from obscurity, a chance to etch his name into the annals of history alongside the greats of engineering and exploration. Even when faced with the ship's multifaceted encryption, layers of security that seemed to guard secrets beyond mere mechanical function, Alex remained steadfast. He knew that his ingenuity was his greatest ally, a beacon lighting his way through the darkness of uncertainty. Each attempt to penetrate the ship's defenses was met with failure, yet each failure was a lesson, a step toward understanding the principles at play. In quieter moments, when the oppressive silence of the ship seemed to bear down upon his shoulders, Alex grappled with memories of his past. He recalled the wide-eyed young man who had left Earth, fueled by dreams of making a mark in the galaxy. Those dreams had driven him through the galaxy's many wonders and perils, each encounter adding a layer to his character much like the patina of time upon ancient metal. He thought of the promises he had made to himself, the visions of triumph that now seemed tantalizingly within reach yet just out of his grasp. As days turned into restless nights spent in the bowels of the ship, he found a spark of hope kindling within, born from an unexpected source. A flicker of recognition had stirred when he encountered a peculiar energy signature, a pulse that resonated with a frequency unlike any other he had known. It was a sensation akin to hearing a familiar voice in a distant crowd, and it whispered the promise of solutions yet undiscovered. The ship, it seemed, held more than just mechanical secrets. It bore a soul, an identity shrouded in obscurity but palpable in its presence. Alex found himself speaking to it, his words a blend of frustration and encouragement, as if coaxing a reluctant old friend to share its stories. He realized that the ship's silence was not mere malfunction but a protective slumber, guarding the knowledge it held within. As he navigated through the ship's labyrinthine systems, the obstacles no longer loomed as insurmountable foes but as challenges meant to test his mettle, to refine his skills and affirm his worth. The journey was not just about starting the ship but about understanding its essence, the symphony of technology and time that had brought it to this interstellar stage. Alex steeled himself for the journey ahead, for every obstacle was a chapter in a grand narrative he was determined to complete. Though doubt nipped persistently at his heels, Alex embraced his task with renewed vigor. He was more than an engineer, he was a seeker of truths hidden in the rusted hulls of starships, a pioneer treading paths uncharted, guided by passion and a fervent belief in possibilities. With every obstacle faced, he edged closer to unlocking a legacy that would echo across the stars and carve his name into their endless tapestry. Alex found himself entangled in whispers and shadowy corners of the space station as he delved deeper into the mysteries surrounding Zorax's ancient starship. It was a vessel cloaked in enigma, yet with each discovery, he inadvertently drew the attention of beings who seemed to know more than anyone should about a ship that was presumed to be just a legend. One evening, as Alex sifted through data streams in the dimly lit ship bay, he encountered a figure draped in a hood, its face obscured, but the voice unmistakably non-hostile yet cloaked in intrigue. "You seek to awaken it," the alien whispered, its voice a soft blend of multiple harmonics, a characteristic common among the rarest of interstellar species. "It is not merely a vessel. It is a sentinel of cosmic truths." Alex paused, his heart quickening with both fear and curiosity. "Who are you?" he asked, attempting to decipher the intentions veiled within the enigmatic presence. "I am part of an alliance that guards secrets older than your kind, older than even the stones that form your stars," the alien replied. "We have waited for someone who could understand the language of the ancients encoded within the ship's core." The weight of responsibility pressed heavier on Alex's shoulders, yet the flicker of curiosity burned brighter. "Why me?" he questioned, eyes narrowing as he sought clarity amidst the mystery that seemed to thicken around him like mist. "You possess a rare sight," the figure continued. "An ability to see beyond the surface, where others see only the impossible. The Sentinel responds to those who listen, truly listen." Guided by this cryptic counsel, Alex delved back into the ship's systems with renewed vigor. The alien's words echoed in his mind, transforming uncertainty into purpose. The ship, with its dormant systems and ancient code, whispered to him. He realized it was not just about starting the engines, it was about igniting a legacy left by an advanced civilization that once traversed the stars. As days passed, another visit from the secretive alliance revealed more layers of the conspiracy that threaded through the galaxy's political fabric. Alex learned of a prophecy, an ancient tale of the shipkeeper destined to bring balance to the scattered knowledge of the universe. The tale was dismissible as myth, yet he felt its gravity, sensing tendrils of truth entwined with his reality. In the following hours, Alex encountered challenges that tested his resolve. The ship resisted, its systems a labyrinth of alien architectures that defied conventional understanding. He faced his internal strife head-on, grappling with the fear of failure, the possibility that he had been handed a task beyond even his formidable skills. But he was not alone. The clandestine guidance from the Alliance became a beacon, their occasional appearances steering him away from dead ends, illuminating paths he might have otherwise missed. The subplot began to unfurl, a conspiracy suggesting that Zorax's challenge was not merely a spectacle for entertainment or a test of skill. It was a diversion, a strategy designed to trigger a chain of events meant to expose secrets long buried. As Alex pieced together the fragments of this galactic conspiracy, a plan that involved powerful factions began to emerge. Unbeknownst to him, his success would be pivotal in a struggle for control over the ancient technologies interwoven with the fabric of their universe. Each day, as he worked tirelessly, Alex felt a growing connection to this sentinel, as if it were guiding him, urging him towards a breakthrough. The ship seemed to have an essence, a pulse of existence echoing from its core that resonated with his own life force. The more he understood, the more the stars beyond the station's hull seemed to whisper promises of revelations yet to come. Determined to see this through, Alex prepared for what he hoped would be a definitive breakthrough. With the Alliance's veiled support, he was no longer simply fixing a ship, he was unlocking a key to unravel the cosmic web. The universe had more in store, and Alex, driven by a determination forged from both hope and responsibility, was ready to meet its mysteries head-on. As the vast cosmos around the space station hummed with an energy of its own, Alex found himself surrounded by the relentless buzz of the marketplace, a cacophony of alien dialects blending into a chaotic symphony. The spectacle of the moment lingered on him, a weight both thrilling and pressuring as he contemplated the immense task at hand, reviving Zorax's ancient starship. His mind spun with a kaleidoscope of thoughts, each more urgent than the last, as he stood on the precipice of achieving something monumental or facing devastating failure. In the solitude of the hangar, where the ship loomed like a dormant beast, light danced across its hull, casting long shadows and accentuating its archaic design, a remnant of technology at once archaic and advanced beyond comprehension. Alex ran his hands along the ship's exterior, feeling the cold, metallic surface under his fingers. This contact, brief yet profound, seemed to bridge the gulf between history and potential future triumph. His search for a breakthrough had been relentless, and now, finally, the persistent digging through a maze of complex systems was about to yield results. The breakthrough had come not with a grand eureka moment, but quietly, like a whisper barely heard amid the din of confusion. Late into countless nights of tireless effort, his eyes weary from deciphering convoluted schematics, Alex had stumbled upon an anomaly, a curious configuration in the ship's data pathways that seemed out of place. It was a series of code, ancient yet strangely sophisticated, echoing rhythms of a long-lost dialect of programming language that danced just beyond clear translation. He felt a pulse of excitement, tempered by the daunting realization that this was the crux he'd been searching for. He was standing on the edge of discovery, but with that came the pressure of the galaxy's collective gaze. The possibility that this could turn into a colossal failure lurked ominously, casting doubt like a shadow over his resolve. Yet, deep down, determination rooted itself firmly in the fertile soil of his ambition. What lingered was an insistent whisper from within: this was his moment. Testing his hypothesis involved intricate reconfigurations and an almost intimate conversation with the ship, coaxing it to reveal its secrets. Gradually, as he interfaced with the vessel, a response emerged, not in grand gestures but subtle signals, systems that began to flicker to life tentatively, as if testing the sincerity of this new human interaction. It was a delicate dance of technological courtship, and Alex, ever the methodical problem solver, guided it with precision. When the ship's systems responded with a sequence of luminous blips and electronic hums, Alex's heart raced. The sound was unlike anything he had expected, a soft melody composed by the fusion of unknown energies and ancient machinery, harmonizing in a way that was almost sentient. It was as though the ship itself was thankful, slowly waking from centuries of slumber, cautious yet eager to reveal the mysteries it held within. News of this breakthrough spread with the speed of light, echoing through the vast corridors of the space station and beyond, capturing the attention of beings across the galaxy. Conversations erupted, debates sparked, excitement mingled with disbelief as word of the human engineer's potential success reached distant star systems. The possibility of the ship's revival had transcended mere technical achievement, rippling through the collective consciousness of the galaxy's denizens like an awakening. For Alex, this pivotal moment was both a personal triumph and an intensified responsibility. The eyes of the universe were indeed upon him, every step scrutinized by those who had doubted, those who had hoped, and those who had simply watched, indifferent until now. The pressure was immense, yet he embraced it, the thrill of challenge rallying his spirits. In the silence of the hangar, under the watchful gaze of the stars, Alex felt a profound sense of purpose. The ship, with its enigmatic history, had begun its journey back to life, and with it, Alex felt his own path unfurling into the unknown realm of destiny and adventure, poised to redefine what was possible in the cosmos. As Alex approached the towering, ancient starship, the air was thick with anticipation. The ship's exterior was a patchwork of metals, engraved with symbols and scripts from a long-forgotten era. It resembled an enormous beast, dormant and waiting to be awakened from its slumber. The crowd, consisting of various alien species with swirling colors and diverse anatomies, murmured in hushed tones, eyes fixated on Alex. It was the moment of truth, a culmination of efforts where Alex would finally test everything he had learned and discovered. Alex's heart pounded, with a mixture of excitement and dread. He had faced monumental challenges before but never one so public, so steeped in mystery. The ship was not just a prize but a symbol, a connection to the galaxy's vast and mysterious past. As he approached the main control panel, he recalled the cryptic advice given by the secretive alliance he had encountered. They had hinted at the ship's ancient, possibly sentient nature, suggesting it required more than just technical skill to awaken. Taking a deep breath, Alex let his fingers dance over the control interface, his movements precise and deliberate. The ship was a marvel of ancient engineering, and every touch seemed to resonate with a hidden energy. He felt as though he was playing an intricate symphony, each note carefully selected to coax the sleeping giant into life. Around him, the atmosphere was electric, the air buzzed with tension and the unspoken question, could he truly achieve the impossible? As Alex initiated the sequence, the ship's interior began to hum softly, a sound that gradually grew in intensity. Lights flickered hesitantly at first, then burst into life, illuminating the control room with a kaleidoscope of colors. The audience gasped collectively, a wave of astonishment rippling through the crowd. Alex, feeling a surge of adrenaline, maintained his focus, aware that this was just the beginning. With the basic systems online, Alex confronted the next layer of the ship's defenses, ancient security protocols that had outwitted engineers for centuries. He had prepared for this, his understanding of archaic languages and reverse engineering techniques becoming his allies. As he deciphered each code, he felt a deep connection to the engineers of a bygone era, as if their knowledge flowed through him, guiding his hands. The ship responded with a low rumble, vibrating under his feet as its deeper systems began to stir. It was as if the ship recognized Alex, acknowledging his efforts and intentions. Suddenly, a series of holographic displays projected from the control panel, revealing the ship's vast network of star maps and unexplored paths. Each line and dot represented a journey, a legacy of exploration and discovery. The crowd's murmurs grew louder, disbelief melding into wonder. Among them, Zorax watched, his enigmatic expression shifting from mocking to respect. The alien had challenged Alex, yet even he had not anticipated this level of interaction with the ship. It was clear now that Alex was not just solving a puzzle, he was awakening a lost era. With the systems fully engaged, Alex reached for the ship's main ignition. The final challenge lay before him, a test of both his technical ingenuity and his understanding of the ship's deeper essence. Alex hesitated for the briefest moment, aware that this was the critical juncture. Everything he had worked for, every risk he had taken, led to this point. The galaxy watched, breath held. In one fluid motion, Alex activated the ignition. The ship shuddered, a powerful tremor coursing through its structure. Lights blazed brilliantly, and the engines roared to life, a sound like thunder echoing across the space station. The crowd erupted into cheers, a cacophony of voices celebrating the historic triumph. The ship, dormant for centuries, had awakened, its potential once more a beacon for the galaxy. Alex stood amidst the noise, exhilarated yet calm. He had not only started the ship, he had bridged the gap between the past and future, proving the enduring power of human ingenuity. The galaxy had witnessed not just a technical feat but an act of defiance and courage, challenging the limits of understanding. As the ship's system stabilized, Alex gazed out at the gathered crowd, a new chapter of his journey unfolding before him, marked by endless possibilities and newfound respect. An electrifying surge coursed through the ancient starship, cascading waves of luminescence that majestically lit up the surroundings. Gasps echoed through the crowd as the ship, dormant for centuries, emerged from its slumber. Alex, the human engineer whose genius had turned skepticism into awe, stood at the heart of this spectacle. With eyes wide and breaths held, onlookers from diverse corners of the galaxy bore witness to this unprecedented feat. The ship's hull shimmered, a testament to the lost magnificence of civilizations long forgotten. Zorax, the alien who had once mocked Alex with this seemingly impossible challenge, now watched in stunned silence. His expressions transformed from smugness to genuine admiration. The vibrations from the ship's awakening reverberated through the space station, a silent announcer of its immense power. People murmured in hushed tones, their disbelief tempered with admiration for the young human who had achieved the unthinkable. The ship pulsated with vitality, its systems now alive and communicating a language lost to time. Alex, having spent countless hours immersed in its complexities, felt not just the triumph of problem-solving but a visceral connection to the ship. As its command panels illuminated, a chorus of unfamiliar sounds, like celestial whispers, encircled him. These tones hinted at secrets that lay within, promising revelations beyond imagination. Spectators marveled at the seamless fusion of ancient technology with Alex's ingenuity. Eyewitnesses would recount this day as legendary, detailing how the impossible was rendered possible under the hands of a humble yet brilliant human. Zorax, whose challenge had initially seemed like a mere whim, found himself re-evaluating his perception of humanity. The crowd's demeanor shifted, reflecting a newfound respect for the human who dared to tread where others had not. Amidst the dazzling display, Alex reached out to touch the console, feeling its warmth and potential. The ship's core, once an enigma, now hummed with stories and energy, as if acknowledging its liberator. A portal of possibilities unfurled before him, each path shimmering with the promise of discovery and impact. Those who had doubted now stood spellbound, witnessing a moment that would ripple across the galaxy. With a renewed sense of purpose, Alex stepped back, absorbing the gravity of what had transpired. The ship, with its vast intellect and capabilities, was more than just a vessel. It was a keeper of knowledge, a bridge to ancient legacies, and a beacon that transcended the limitations of its age. The audience, now a sea of admiration, erupted in applause, their clamor reflecting a collective appreciation for Alex's triumph. As the ship settled into its new rhythm of vitality, Alex turned to Zorax. He found the alien's eyes fixed on him, a mixture of acknowledgement and intrigue present in his gaze. This human, initially perceived as an underdog, had reshaped realities, leaving a lasting imprint on those who bore witness. Zorax approached Alex, his demeanor softened by the magnitude of the moment. The challenge had been not only met but surpassed, transcending the boundaries between what was once considered myth and reality. A hush fell over the crowd as Zorax addressed them, his voice resonating with sincerity. He praised Alex's intellect, his determination, and the spirit of perseverance that had led to this groundbreaking accomplishment. The alien's acknowledgement served as a catalyst, igniting a ripple of pride and inspiration among all present. In that moment, the galaxy felt smaller, united by a shared spectacle of wonder and possibility. Alex stood as a symbol of undaunted curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. The ship, its legacy now intertwined with Alex's narrative, promised new horizons and stories awaiting discovery. As the applause enveloped the space, Alex contemplated the journey ahead, aware that this was only the beginning of what promised to be a remarkable odyssey through the stars. As the ancient starship awakened under Alex's expert touch, it began to reveal secrets that had been buried for millennia. The energy that coursed through its veins was unlike anything the galaxy had witnessed in centuries. Its systems, once dormant, surged with life, casting an ethereal glow across the space station hangar. Navigational maps projected holographically, depicting star systems and planets long forgotten by modern civilizations. Each projection bore the unmistakable mark of a time when ancient spacefarers traversed the cosmos, leaving behind a legacy of exploration and discovery. Alex, standing at the ship's control center, marveled at the rich tapestry of history unfolding before him. The ship wasn't merely a vessel, it was a repository of knowledge, each revelation whispering tales of civilizations that had once reigned supreme. These revelations were encoded within the intricate architecture of the ship, an archive waiting to be deciphered by those deemed worthy. As Alex interfaced with the ship's systems, he discovered files containing data on advanced technologies, societal structures, and star routes, a treasure trove of wisdom long thought to be lost to the universe. While rooted in awe, Alex felt the weight of responsibility settling upon his shoulders. The ship was no longer just a prize from a gamble, it had transformed into a key, capable of unlocking secrets that could change the fate of entire worlds. Such power was intoxicating but also terrifying, and Alex knew he was standing on the precipice of a new era, one that could herald unprecedented advancements or catastrophic consequences. His mind raced with possibilities, each more fantastical than the last, as he realized the depth of what he had uncovered. In the ship's heart, an ancient AI flickered to life, its presence both comforting and daunting. It communicated not through spoken words, but through a series of intricate symbols and codes, each more complex than the last. Alex, using his engineering acumen and intuition, began to decode these messages, each revelation deepening his understanding of the vast cosmos around him. The AI, venerable and wise, was a guardian of the ship's legacy, guiding Alex through its corridors of knowledge with silent precision. As the revelations continued to unfold, Alex saw glimpses of the ship's creators, an advanced species that had disappeared into the annals of history. Their visage appeared in the ship's holographic memory, and for a moment, Alex felt a profound connection with these ancient beings. They were explorers, scientists, dreamers, much like himself, whose ambition pushed the boundaries of known reality. The hangar, once filled with skepticism, now buzzed with an energy palpable among the onlookers. The galaxy had turned its gaze upon Alex and his ship, captivated by the promise of new insights and uncharted territories. As word of the ship's awakening spread, scholars, governments, and adventurers from across the stars reached out, each eager to be part of this historic moment. They sought to learn from the wealth of knowledge Alex now possessed, hoping to harness these ancient secrets for the betterment of the intergalactic community. Despite the clamor for access, Alex remained grounded. His journey from Earth, filled with dreams of making a name for himself among the stars, had led him to this pivotal moment. The decisions he faced were daunting, each choice carrying the potential to reshape the trajectory of the galaxy. Yet, amid the chaos, Alex felt a profound sense of clarity. The ship had chosen him, and he was compelled by a duty not just to preserve its legacy but to ensure its knowledge was utilized wisely. Reflecting on the path ahead, Alex understood that his life had irrevocably changed. With the ship as his guide, he was destined for new adventures, traveling the unexplored corners of the galaxy, unraveling mysteries that awaited beyond the stars. In the quiet hum of the ship, Alex found a new purpose, one that would propel him into a future where the quest for understanding transcended the limits of imagination. As the galaxy watched, Alex prepared to embark on a journey that promised to illuminate the darkest reaches of space with the light of ancient wisdom, heralding a new dawn of exploration and discovery. Alex stood on the threshold of a new beginning. The colossal vessel that loomed before him was no longer a mere artifact of ancient engineering, it was now an integral part of his future. As the newfound proprietor of this extraordinary starship, the scope of his responsibility weighed heavily upon him. His mind buzzed with questions of what lay ahead, not just for him personally, but for the galaxy that had suddenly taken notice of his achievement. It was a rare moment of quiet introspection in the midst of chaos, a chance to picture the vast expanse of possibilities unfurling before him. Ownership of the ship ushered in a cascade of opportunities and expectations. Alex felt a surge of excitement mingled with apprehension. He understood that this was only the beginning, the true challenge lay in harnessing the ship's capabilities for exploration and discovery. The ship's ancient systems, now humming with life, held untapped potential that could redefine the boundaries of technological advancement. It whispered promises of unknown worlds and civilizations waiting to be rediscovered. The galaxy, watching Alex's journey with bated breath, had become a maelstrom of intrigue and anticipation. News of his success spread like wildfire across interstellar networks, capturing the imagination of countless beings. Speculations abounded regarding the ship's enormous power and the implications of its awakening. Recognizing the enormity of the attention directed his way, Alex realized he was not just the owner of a ship, he was now a symbol of human ingenuity and persistence. In the recesses of his mind, Alex pondered the responsibilities that came with such an immense gift. The ship was not simply a vehicle for his aspirations but a beacon of hope for the galaxy. It was a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration that pulsed through the veins of every curious mind. As this realization settled within him, Alex vowed to utilize this opportunity wisely. He envisioned a future where the boundaries between stars blurred, and the vast unknown became an opportunity for unity rather than division. Plans began forming in Alex's mind, each idea pregnant with potential. He envisioned charting new star systems, uncovering ancient relics, and forging alliances between disparate worlds. The starship, with its legacy of hidden power, was his vessel to the unknown. Yet, this journey was not his alone. He felt an obligation to share his discoveries, to inspire others to look beyond their own horizons and perceive the galaxy as a tapestry of interconnected destinies. Musing on his past, Alex understood how far he had come, from a mere tinkerer in an Earth-based workshop to the captain of an extraordinary ship. Each encounter, each challenge surmounted, had prepared him for this moment. The experience he gleaned from countless trials would guide him as he embarked on this new journey. It was not merely about the destination, it was about the promise of discovery and the thrill of the unknown. Alex was aware that his path would not be a solitary one. The galaxy, with its myriad complexities, required collaboration and mutual understanding. As a new chapter unfolded, his thoughts drifted to the allies he might need along the way: engineers, scientists, Adventurers, each contributing their strengths to a shared vision. It was a prospect that filled him with a sense of community, sparking alliances that would transcend species and borders. Standing before the ship, now fully awakened, Alex allowed himself a moment to savor the enormity of what he had achieved. The vessel's hull glowed in the ambient light of the space station, a silent testament to the mysteries it held. Its surfaces were etched with symbols of civilizations long lost, stories waiting to be unearthed. He knew that each journey it undertook would serve as an ode to the enduring pursuit of knowledge. In that suspended moment, the universe felt like an open page, waiting for Alex to pen the next chapter. The galaxy loomed large, its vastness a silent challenge, and Alex, with a resolute heart, embraced the adventure that lay ahead. He knew his journey would chart new territories, not just in space, but within himself, pushing the boundaries of what he believed possible. This was just the beginning, and with the promise of endless discovery, Alex stepped forward, ready to navigate the stars. Alex stood facing Zorax, his eyes steady and brimming with a newfound clarity. The ship's awakening had not just been a triumph, it had been a revelation. The ancient vessel, now humming with life and secrets untold, symbolized possibilities far greater than mere ownership. Alex understood this, and he suspected Zorax had known all along. The alien, with his indigo skin marked by age and wisdom, appeared to reflect on Alex with an amused, knowing gaze. It wasn't malice or ridicule that Zorax held in his eyes, but rather a complex mixture of respect and intrigue. "What was it you truly wanted, Zorax?" Alex inquired, not with accusation but genuine curiosity. He sensed that the challenge had been more than a simple bet over a derelict ship, it had been a test of character, of ability, and perhaps, of fate. Zorax's lips curled into a slight, enigmatic smile. "This galaxy thrives on hidden currents," he began, his voice as smooth and mysterious as the cosmic seas themselves. "Ancient ships like this one are keys to doors forgotten by time. I needed someone with the ingenuity and spirit to awaken not just the ship, but the possibilities it holds." Alex listened, feeling the weight of those possibilities settle on his shoulders. The ship was a conduit to untapped knowledge, a bridge to civilizations past and future. Zorax continued, "I have traveled through systems where knowledge lies buried under the sands of stars. Alone, I have explored, but one needs more than solitude to unlock the myriad puzzles of the universe." Alex nodded, understanding dawning over him. Zorax hadn't been mocking, he had been recruiting. The challenge had been a way to find a partner capable of journeying into the unknown, discovering truths that lay dormant for eons. "And why me?" Alex asked, genuinely curious about Zorax's intentions. "The cosmos speaks to those who listen," Zorax replied cryptically. "Your reputation for ingenuity and tenacity preceded you. You were the finest candidate to undertake this venture." The notion of forming an alliance seemed natural now. Both Alex and Zorax shared a passion for exploration, and together they could delve into mysteries that neither could unravel alone. Their goals were not merely aligned, they were complementary, driven by a shared desire to understand the universe beyond the veil of the known. "And what of the challenges that lie ahead?" Alex questioned, aware that such a journey would not be without peril. Ancient technologies were often protected by equally ancient dangers, and he needed to know Zorax's perspective on this. Zorax's eyes glinted. "Every discovery comes with risks," he acknowledged, "but what we gain from such endeavors far outweighs the dangers. Knowledge, Alex, is the greatest reward." The weight of this understanding was both daunting and exhilarating. With the ship's untapped capabilities and Zorax's extensive knowledge, a new path unfolded before them. They were partners now, bound by mutual respect and the shared objective of pushing the boundaries of known science and history. Together, they turned to face the ship, its lights dancing with a life of their own, whispering of adventures yet to come. This was not just a vessel, it was a legacy to be uncovered, a narrative waiting to be told. Zorax extended a hand, a gesture of camaraderie and trust. Alex took it, sealing their partnership and forging a bond that would lead them through the stars. Each knew that the journey ahead would be fraught with challenges, but the potential for discovery was immense. They were explorers now, united in their quest to unveil the secrets of the galaxy. As they prepared to embark, the space station's bustle faded into the background. The galaxy stretched out before them, a canvas vast and full of possibilities. Mechanical echoes from the ship set a rhythmic pace, mirroring the beating hearts of its new captains. Alex and Zorax were ready, their resolve unshakable as they launched into the cosmic unknown, determined to uncover the universe's endless stories and hidden truths. Alex's remarkable feat sent shockwaves through the galaxy, reverberating from the humblest trade satellite to the pinnacle of interstellar academies. News of his success spread like solar flares, igniting imaginations and invoking a renaissance of innovation and hope across countless worlds. On planets where technological stagnation had taken root, his achievement became a beacon of what determination and ingenuity could accomplish. Citizens were inspired, communities revitalized, and scientific pursuits re-energized. In the bustling boulevards of space stations and the quiet contemplation rooms of academia, Alex's story was shared, dissected, and celebrated. The impact was most profoundly felt among the youth, a generation raised in the shadows of vast, unyielding cosmos who now saw new possibilities within their grasp. Schools incorporated Alex's methods into their curriculum, teaching not just about engineering and technology but also the resilience of the human spirit. Young inventors, emboldened by his triumph, began to pursue projects with a renewed sense of purpose, fueled by the belief that they, too, could change the galaxy. Even older generations, often skeptical of change, found themselves inspired. They saw in Alex a reflection of dreams they once held and now rekindled. A surge of patents and inventions flooded intergalactic offices as people of all backgrounds and ages dared to reach beyond what was previously thought impossible. From energy-saving devices to ambitious terraforming projects, the ripple effects of Alex's success began to manifest, ushering in an era marked by collaboration and shared goals. Meanwhile, the ship, once a relic confined to historical footnotes, became a symbol of the potential hidden within ancient knowledge. Scholars and engineers from diverse worlds petitioned to study its systems, not just to replicate its power but to understand its harmonious blend of art and function. The ship's sentience, a bridge between metal and consciousness, opened new dialogues about the nature of intelligence, pushing the boundaries of philosophical inquiry. Across governmental assemblies, debates emerged regarding the implications of Alex's newfound power. His ship, equipped with capabilities beyond contemporary comprehension, held the potential to tip the balance of power. However, Alex had no interest in wielding his ship as a tool of dominance. Instead, he advocated for its use as a vessel of peace and exploration. His stance garnered widespread respect, tempering political tensions and fostering unity among previously mistrustful factions. Leaders from various star systems gathered in an unprecedented summit, orchestrated largely due to the unifying narrative of Alex's journey. Here, they laid down frameworks for shared technological advancement and space exploration, inspired by the notion that together, they could uncover the universe's secrets. In the wake of these developments, artists and storytellers found new muses, crafting tales, paintings, and holographic displays that captured the essence of Alex's Odyssey. The cultural renaissance that followed saw festivals dedicated to innovation and courage spring up across planets, celebrating the diversity and potential of intergalactic society. Authors penned epic sagas, musicians composed symphonies, and virtual reality sculptors designed immersive experiences that allowed individuals to step into Alex's shoes, experiencing his challenges and victories firsthand. Despite the monumental changes, Alex remained grounded. He frequently revisited the bustling marketplace where his journey began, reminding himself of the humble origins from which giants could rise. His presence, once overshadowed by skepticism and doubt, now evoked admiration and respect. Visitors from across the galaxy sought his wisdom, hoping to glean insights from the man whose resolve had ignited a new era. Yet, Alex's journey was far from over. The mysteries the ship harbored promised countless more adventures, with uncharted territories and ancient civilizations waiting to be discovered. As his story continued to inspire, Alex knew that his greatest contribution was not just the treasures or fame he had amassed, but the light he had sparked in others, the belief that within each being lay the power to change the stars themselves. As the galaxy evolved, it did so under the guiding principle that had driven him, the blend of curiosity, courage, and the unfaltering resolve to make the impossible real. As the vast tapestry of stars shimmered against the inky backdrop of space, Alex stood on the command deck of his newly acquired starship, now fully operational and humming with life. Each flicker of light on the ship's console mirrored the spark of potential within him, the promise of a future where the unknown beckoned with every planet and star. The journey had been transformative, not just in acquiring the ship but in unraveling layers of his own character that even he was unaware existed. The memories of the initial challenge, Zorax's mocking offer, played in his mind like an old film reel. There was now a rich satisfaction in knowing he had risen to the challenge, achieved the impossible, and, in doing so, carved out a place in the annals of galactic history. It was a story not only of machines and mechanics but of human spirit and perseverance. The ship's corridors, once silent and dormant, now resonated with the hum of energy, a testament to Alex's skill and the awakening of an ancient marvel. Looking out into the expanse, Alex saw planets he'd only read about in scriptures of exploration and those merely hinted at in legends. Each one promised adventures untold, mysteries to uncover, and histories to write. Yet, With all its vastness, the galaxy seemed like a single storybook waiting for him to turn each page. The challenges ahead were unknown, but that was part of the allure, the intoxicating call of discovery that had driven explorers since time immemorial. The revelation of the ship's hidden capacities had stunned the galaxy, turning skeptics into believers and admirers. It wasn't just the ship's power or technological prowess that shocked observers, but the possibilities it opened. This was a vessel built by a civilization whose knowledge surpassed current understanding, a connector of worlds and ideas long thought extinct. As Alex prepared to embark on his first journey aboard the awakened craft, he reflected deeply on what it meant to be human in a cosmos filled with diversity. His experiences were not just triumphs of engineering but of empathy, understanding, and the shared dreams of sentient beings across the stars. Every interface he had navigated, every system he had brought back to life, was a testament to the interconnectedness of all life, a reminder of the vast tapestry of which he was a part. Conversations with Zorax had revealed truths about their galaxy's ancient history, now illuminating a path not only of conquest but of collaboration and peace. The aliens' initial challenge transformed into a collaboration of exploration and curiosity. Together, they had planned ventures into sectors of space where the stars burned brightest and the mysteries were deepest, a partnership forged in respect and mutual awe for what lay beyond. Now, with the ship fully his, Alex stood at the helm, preparing for a journey into territories uncharted. The anticipation of discovery thrummed through him like an electric current. The galaxy, once a distant playground, was now his to explore, its secrets to uncover and share. As he set the starship's course, he knew his journey was just beginning. Before taking off, Alex paused, allowing himself a moment to appreciate the voyage yet to come. He thought of the stories still to be told and the lessons to be learned, and he realized that his journey was larger than himself. It was an invitation to others to dream, to dare, and to discover. The screen before him lit up with messages of encouragement from across the galaxy, a testament to the lives he had touched and inspired. As he prepared to delve into the cosmos's mysteries, Alex issued a call to action, inviting those inspired by his journey to subscribe and join him in future adventures, promising tales yet untold and discoveries to be made. He encouraged them to watch another story, equally thrilling, on his channel, urging them to remain inspired and engaged. With a final look at the stars, Alex nodded to himself, feeling ready to embrace the infinite possibilities that awaited. The adventure was far from over, and with determination and a spirit unyielded, he launched into the cosmos, ready for new horizons and journeys yet to come. The universe was vast, and now it was his to explore.